Yo, welcome back to the BST4 channel. Wingnuts, what's going on? What is happening today? We got two Panther bodies right here. One is an Aero Mercury Grand Marquis, and then one right here is a typical Crown Victoria Police Interceptor that are both upside down, ready to be crushed and demolished. But this is a great time to show you guys the difference between the two frames, even though most of you guys know the difference between the two frames, but to see them side by side, upside down, is a rarity. So here's what we're gonna do, man. First off, I'm going to tell you that you can add a 2003 and up frame on a Aero body with no questions asked. It'll fit. There's a few modifications, obviously. You definitely have to take off your front clip, fenders, and all of that stuff when you're doing the swap and taking the frame out and everything. The back half of the situation will fit. It's the fact that when you're putting on the header panel, that's when it starts to get funky, because it's obviously a lot different from the Aero versus the whale. Now, we all know that the whale frame is a lot heavier and a lot more durable. You can go ahead and see over here that the cross member is part of the rigidity of the frame. You know what I mean? This thing right here, this press fit, this is like difficult to take out. Man, one time it took me like about an hour. I had a break in between because I was getting frustrated. I didn't have enough leverage. The car wasn't high enough. If you're doing it on the lift, you can get the thing off pretty quick. But on the ground, if you never did it before and not knowing what you're going up against, this can be a pain in the behind. So now we switch over here to the Aero. Now this is the cross, remember, for the transmission. Look at that. Look at it. That's what's holding it up. It's not even bracing. It's just bad. It's a bad setup. It's almost like with the one I have at the house, I have to make another brace to go across it to give it some little bit of oomph. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about that. But also I was thinking about frame swapping, but I just don't have the manpower to be able to do it properly. But as you can see, man, this frame is thin. Look at it. You know, compared to the other one, look at this. This is solid, bro. Solid, 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 solid. The mounting points are identical to the other one. Everything from the back, you're all good. You ain't got to worry about that. You may have to fix the bumper area a little bit, but to me, that's not a problem, because look at this. You go right over here and look at that. That's not a problem. They're identical. You can swap them over. It's just the front header panel you would have to weld up and mock up with the fenders and everything to get it right. But it'll work, man. It'll work. I'm almost thinking about doing it, to be honest with you, because it's just a better setup. And maybe one day I will, just to get it over with. I may even change the fuel system and everything too. To properly do the swap, man, is to take the wire harness even out of the 03 and up. Here's what I'm really trying to say, because most of you guys out there have a drive-by-wire Crown Victoria anyway, right? So now you want to put an Aero body right on top of that. Cool, but you want to get all the sensors and everything legit and to make it run properly. You don't want no dash lights, you don't want nothing, so you're going to have to really do some extensive work to get it really, really rocking and rolling. And that would be the best suited way to really get it get it right. This chassis here ain't about nothing. It's light. That's why this Aero Crown Vic's a little bit lighter than the whale. But when you have something that's light, doesn't mean that it's rigid, but this one over here is a lot more rigid than this one that's over here. So this, very important. If you guys, I want somebody else to go ahead and do it. I know somebody did a frame swap on the older body style. They used a two-door box Grand Marquis and they put this and it fit right under it. A few mounting points they had to change. Other than that, man, it was legit, So you guys go out there, man, and just get your Vic rocking. Oh yeah, I do have an Aero Crown Victoria, and I took parts off of that one and added right into the rear. I had a whole video on that, and that was just a headache. Now, to keep some of you guys up to speed, I had put a 4-valve inside of the Aero Crown Victoria. Now, with that said, this is a 2003 motor which has a returnless style fuel system, and this 96 body has a return style fuel system. You can see the return line is right there, and then one fuel line that goes over here to this side. So what we did was we installed a 96 fuel rail on this thing. Now, it wasn't easy. A few things happened. Oh man, you wouldn't believe what's in here. this is what happened. I had to take the intake out because I dropped this. If you go on the Facebook page, I can show you that this was inside of the head, and I had to use, you know, that was probably the best when, you know, it was just light. Better off to get some thick grease and just get it out like that. But on the flip side of that, man, it was even best to take the manifold off anyway, to be able to kind of finesse and grind and finesse and grind. Now, we installed it. Everything looks kind of good, right? But we need to get a better situation right here. This here, this is what you make yourself. I don't want this on the pressure side. I want this on the return side. I'll use this hose here or make another one. So right now I'm waiting for a NASCAR type of hose that is legit. Aero Crown Victoria is not quite there yet. Still working on it little by little, and just need to get the fuel system correct. So let's get back to the junkyard. My brother Daniel told me to go and get into the truck game because the trucks are really hot right now, and he was saying you should get one of these. I do like them, but my gosh, man, I can't fit in them. I don't like my head being on the back of the glass. Now this is something that's an everyday reoccurrence for a tall person being in one of these trucks. I just feel claustrophobic in the trucks like that when your head is just right by the rear glass. It's just crazy feeling. Now if I can get a short bed, I kind of like the short beds, but again, your head, well my head, I can't put the seat back. It's just, it stops right there. So now a extended cab will be dope, but does it look good? But I would lean more towards the Bronco because now you see the Bronco has a little bit of room that's in the back. You know what I mean? I can still pull the seat back. I can still pull that back out. It has kind of like a short bed to it. This would be more of a cool truck for me. Lowering it, getting it really nice and fast, and have it look like a Lightning in some cases, you know, a Bronco Lightning. You can think of any idea in the world, and then you go on the internet and then somebody has done it already. Check this out. This is from south of the border. The Chicanos got crazy and took a GT500 old school and put it inside of a Bronco and made a Ford Bronco Lightning. And guess what? This thing makes and is legit. And guess what? After seeing this, I don't want to do a Bronco anymore. I'm good. That's enough for me. And that's how I changed my idea just that quick. I ain't doing no Bronco no more. And that's how I do with a lot of the builds. I switch up. If I go on the internet and somebody has done it, man, guess what, man? I'm not even doing it. So we're back on this again. What we're going to do is we're going to weld the bar going across there to bring the steering wheel up. And along with that, we're going to take all this crap out. Carpet, this, up top there, and everything. While the daggone Dominican music is playing, I'm going to figure this whole thing out. So with this car here, right, we're going to take the roof off of that, and we got the roof, and this is the bracing for it and everything for the back half of the roof. So it's my first time doing it. I'm uncomfortable, but that's how you're going to learn, by being uncomfortable. If you're too comfortable doing something, you're not really going to learn much. So that's what I'm going to be doing, yanking that out on the next video, and hopefully I can install this and do that. So thank you so much for staying with me and bearing with me through the video delays, bro. So since you guys are here, man, I've changed out the gloves and we're going to get busy on the Mustang over there. What we're going to do is we're going to install the steering wheel right in that. So what we're going to do, right, start taking out the plugs, or know how to finesse it. It's very important. See this little plug here? I missed that one. Got to figure out how to take this out. I think it goes from this side, right? Oh, there we go. You see that? Boom. And then this one goes like that. That one goes like that. That one goes like that. And see, at the junkyard, I just chopped it off. So now what I got to do is go underneath here, start figuring out how to get underneath here some kind of way. In the junkyard, I wouldn't be able to finesse this because I wouldn't have the pick. I wouldn't be comfortable, and it was raining. So, here, I better get it right. So, each one of them is out, even that one there. So now, what I got to do now is just basically take out the column. Steering wheel is locked. Forgot about that. can't get this nut out, it's stuck in that position. So the best thing to do is just cut right there. Even though it should be an easier way to do this, probably messing with the ignition a little bit, but man, just cut this. That'll be the simplest way. Don't tell me it still doesn't want to come out. God dang. I thought that was going to be it. Alright, it came out. Dang. That's it. So we finally got it installed. It's looking good. Now we got an ignition situation. That was the whole key to this. Put the air back in, we disconnected it, and everything fits lovely. Now we just got to do this on maybe another video. We can get with this on the next one, I guess, maybe, or whatever, but at least we did the steering wheel, man. So thank you guys for just bearing with me on the channel. Thank you so much for even checking me out, man, and we'll see you guys on the next one, man. Later.